Good morning, growing citrus in containers. Today I'd like to talk about doing some summer pruning with y'all and some of the added benefits it can bring, or should you do it at all? I say you should summer prune because you're growing in containers, they're not in ground. In ground has a totally different pruning strategy than containers. In containers, we bring them in and out if you're in a northern climate, so you need to maintain their shape. What happens if you get a brand new tree and it has some, maybe not some very strong scaffolding branches? What are you gonna do then? Just let it grow and hope for the best? Or should you employ a strategy to be able to maintain your shape, size, and even develop those scaffolding branches so you can maybe sacrifice fruit for the first year, but then be able to enjoy a complete abundance throughout the remainder of the life of your tree. This here is my orange frost. It's a Becknell Sax, and I only got it in January of 2022. And you can see the abundance of all the fruit that is on there. So with that being said, how did it get to look like that? Because when I first got it, it was roughly the same size as this mandarin tree. Through selective pruning, aggressive pruning, and I probably pruned it like 6 times last summer in order to achieve what you just saw on my orange frost. So let's go ahead and do a summer prune on this mandarin tree. It's been giving me a little bit of growth, but what I really want is to sacrifice any potential fruit, which I already did that this year. I really want to maintain and work on the structure, so be able to produce plenty for next year. You saw what my orange frost looked like, so I'm gonna take you through the steps and how I achieved that tree growing like that. So we're just taking a walk around the structure a little bit. So what I'm looking for, let's start at the bottom. Got our graft line, which is low, and I planted it just at the right depth. I mean, I could have probably gone like an inch higher. I got one main branch coming out this way, but I got this branch here that's coming straight up and it's kind of blocking. So let me go ahead and remove it. Now this frees up this branch to get plenty of sunlight. And then I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna rotate it. And what I'm gonna do, these look very healthy right here, these ends, but I want this branch to thicken up. So I'm gonna go down to where a leaf is coming out. That's gonna be the direction of the next branch. I'm gonna give it a 45-degree cut. Let's move up a little bit. Start here, the other leader comes up and it kind of branches out. I'm not really too hip on how that one looks. So I'm gonna take it and cut that off. These are getting some pretty drastic cuts going on here. I'm just trying to open it up to develop the best possible scaffolding as I can. And I want to keep the tree in balance too, as best I can. This is going to take several cuts actually over the next, I don't know, a few months. So here, I'm going to take it down to this node, give it a snip. And this one here, take it and take it off right there. So for now, that's going to be my best part for this tree, to give it maximum vigor and to be able to get it to leaf out properly and get strong. So here's my variegated Pink Eureka Lemon. I've been working on this puppy for the last 1.5 years. It was from the bottom of the container to the height of it was over 6 feet tall, and over the last year I brought it down to where it was 3.5 feet. And I did a summer prune about a month ago, and guess what time it is? Time to do it again. I'm trying to get it to bush out, to fill in, and just get overall healthy. So let's just walk in a little bit and I'll show you where I cut it last time, if we can see where the growth has happened. Right there I cut it last time, and you can see where all that new growth has happened. And there's multiple points like that. So I'm not going to take all the growth off. I'm just going to go in and indiscriminately and just snip off on every high branch a little bit, just to bring it down a touch. But I'm also, with that being said, giving it the signal to keep growing and thickening out. I'm totally excited that all my scaffolding branches are getting thicker, stronger, and so I'll be able to enjoy more delicious fruit with strong branches. Because the last thing you really want is them to be bending and possibly breaking. Well, here in East Texas, it's been hotter than Hades butt crack. So you can see that some of this is just pure sun damage. I've been kind of not the best at lately doing the proper moves to keep it safe. But that will be a whole new discussion for a new video. Typically, actually it's gonna be another video. I'm gonna talk about how variegated citrus handle the heat. And remarkably, the answer may or may not surprise you. Depends on your experience with variegated citrus. Hey y'all, do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button if you're finding some benefit to this video. It just lets the algorithm know that more people want to see it, and it lets me know that you guys are enjoying it. So let's just talk about some quick key takeaways before we wrap this up. Save your heavy pruning for the spring and do maintenance cutting for the rest of the year. Don't be afraid to summer prune at all. Balance and shape, like I said, balance and shape during the year. It's critical to keep them looking healthy, vibrant, and in shape so you can be able to move them around as the seasons go. And now if we're talking about pruning, we all know that pruning that will pushes out new growth is what we're looking for. And that's fantastic. But don't worry about the hardening process so much, especially if you're the type, or not the type, when you have to bring them in for your winter strategy. So you're just going to be protected. And one last thing, it is critical during the very first year to get your prune on so you can develop the strong scaffolding branches so you'll be able to harvest and enjoy so much more delicious fruits. So that's going to wrap up the video, and I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Just don't forget, don't be afraid to summer prune. It's just going to make your trees that much healthier, that more vibrant, and just be a better and overall tree experience. Who else doesn't mind playing with their trees? I know I love to. So do me a favor, subscribe, comment below. I'll answer your questions, and I'm looking forward to the next video. Have a blessed day, you all.